I always knew that there was something different about the way my brain was working. Something wasn't right in the way that I was coping and reacting. My behaviour was just out of control. And that was the point where I knew I really needed to kind of push for a diagnosis and get some help. I remember being pulled into a room. The lady was amazing. And after a discussion, she said, "Have you ever heard of borderline personality disorder?" BPD is the underdevelopment of the emotional centre of the brain. Everything on there just resonated with me, and I could finally understand that I wasn't completely broken. This BPD monster comes to the surface. It's like I disappear, just not be able to physically do anything without my brain telling me that I am the worst person in the world, that nobody loves me, that everybody's left me because they hate me. It's soul destroying, because I know that I'm good and I know that I'm capable, but there is something in my brain that just won't let me believe that or see it. Each day can be about surviving. You just got to make it through the day as best as you can and try somehow not to listen to the voices, as impossible as that is. Baby Jenna, born into the world on a Wednesday. I think they call it Weeping Wednesday in the rhyme, which was quite appropriate for my life so far. I always thought it was quite funny that I was born on a Wednesday. I can't say I had a particularly happy childhood. My parents got divorced and then one bad thing just happened after another. My mum got in an abusive relationship with a paranoid schizophrenic. She used to come and hide money and the phone underneath my pillowcase and said, "If it gets too bad, make sure you call the police or make sure that you phone Nan." When you're that young, you don't really have an understanding of mental health. From a young age, it's really weird. I reassured myself that it'll always get better. It's not always going to be like this. This is only temporary. Yeah, I'm young. Yeah, I'm a kid. But, you know, one day I'll be an adult. And one day I'll be able to go and do what I want to do. So I think I held on to that feeling for quite a long time, to be able to survive, because without that feeling, I had nothing. Probably the chirpiest and happiest that I remember seeing myself as a child in my little sailor dress. It's kind of hard to look at some of them. There's a lot more smiling than what I remember, which is a bonus, because I suppose it's easier to remember the darker stuff than it is the happier stuff. But then that's why we have photographs, to remind ourselves that it wasn't always like that. Yeah, but then having BPDs, I had to get emotional quite a lot, so I think I'm bound to cry at stuff like this. And then I think everyone is to some degree. But then I am here just making excuses about my behaviour again, or my emotions, trying to justify it, when it doesn't need justifying. Knowing that through filming this, that these are feelings I'm going to constantly kind of keep bumping into with each step that we take. And I think knowing that, although I know that this is, you know, this is good and this is positive and this is, you know, pushing me out of my comfort zone and helping me, there's still that element to it. She was the person that was able to put me on the right path. My mental health and my work go hand in hand. The ability to be able to get in the studio and be creative, turn whatever emotions I've got into a physical piece of work, through that process has been able to help me heal along the way. So I collect up things that normally you would throw away. For instance, dead butterflies, dead insects. Sometimes I just kind of go away with myself and I lose myself in the work. Having it around the house reinforces the positive journey that I've taken in my mental health and how far I have actually come. Gives me that positive hope that I'm still able and I'm still capable and I still can do stuff. To be honest with you, I don't know how I kept it together as long as I did. I didn't have a mental break until I was 20, 21. Been able to start my own business. Been able to come off my medication. Dead items that essentially could be thrown away have been beautified and made into these wonderful things that people can display in their homes. I think I just want to leave more positive messages about mental health. The way people can kind of deal with it, the way people see mental health. Because I've been so vocal about my personal journey. Just keep going, keep putting in the hard work. Some days you might stop and cry. And you have to take a little break. Do what you need to do. There's no rush. To get to a point where it is just a distant memory. It has got easier over the years, and as much as I think that could happen, there's also that side of me that thinks, no, you're going to be stuck with this to some degree for the rest of your life. Oh, it's so weird. I didn't think I'd actually ever reach this age. Like, genuinely didn't think I'd reach this age. I thought, you know, I kind of said to myself, if you ain't got better by your mid-20s, Jenna, just give up. Just don't bother anymore because, you know, just wasting a whole lot of people's time. But I survived. Like, I actually survived and I've got to be proud of that. So, yeah, just it is what it is. Everyone's dealt their cards and you just got to try and handle them the best way you can, and that's all you can do, I think. Yeah.